The blogosphere and print journalism collide in State of Play.
I heard a young woman was murdered.
Who told you that?
You just did.
Russell Crowe is an old-school journalist for a newspaper struggling against the online revolution. But with some old-fashioned investigative reporting and help from a budding blogger, he's about to uncover the biggest government scandal since Watergate with one hitch. At the center of the storm is his best friend.
Collins was allegedly having an affair with a young woman.
What do you think about this film makes it relevant to today?
The most relevant thing about this movie really is that it's kind of happening right at a time where internet is just destroying newspapers. And so you have this, like the bloggers, the newspaper, these guys trying to figure out how to navigate one another and what it means for the relationship between the press and their subjects, that this technology is changing and that the world is changing. And I think that's really interesting, and we're all just trying to figure out how to deal with this.
You follow any lead, and this story is massive.
It's not a story, it's a case.
How do you think the stigma of the reporter has changed?
I tend to have the attitude that objectivity in journalism is a complete myth and has been for about 4 decades. I think if journalists have been portrayed in recent times from a negative, the journalists should examine the fullness of what they're actually providing to their audience.
The real story here is Point Corp.
The real story is the sinking of this bloody newspaper!
How do you think the blogosphere is impacting the media as we know it today?
From what I understand, it's making newspapers obsolete. Some people's concern is that there isn't enough of that getting out on the streets, kind of reporting and talking to people directly. I think on the flip side that the information at your fingertips is quite incredible.
Did we just break the law?
Nope, that's what you call damn fine reporting.
I don't see the fall of serious journalism as being the fault of anyone but news organisations themselves.
Nobody's here for a book deal.
Really? Everybody wants a book deal, and I'd like my cut, okay? That's just fair.
How close to home do you think the film has hit with the media, with politics, and even with the privatization of the military?
Largely, the reason I'm in this movie is because of those points that are discussed within the film. So I think it's a very timely movie, and one that may end up being quite important because of that.
An original spin on the newsroom thriller, this film re-injects an old genre with excitement and suspense for a new generation. See what's making headlines in State of Play.